we're gonna test this.
So here we go. We are Dr. Joy and Martina, the psychologist, and
Grace Martina.
That's right. And we are here to present to you very proudly the Joyful Kids School. And for our very first session today, we thought we'd create a video that would help children around the world, whoever's listening, whoever's watching, to entertain themselves in these interesting times of lockdown, of quarantine, and all these things, right? And we want to share ideas with you of what you can do to make yourself feel joyful inside, to help yourself feel like the hero of your own journey. How about that?
Yes.
Yes. And today I have Grace here who's going to teach us how to make fidgets.
Yes, I am.
So before we start doing anything, Grace and I always have this habit, this ritual that we do, and that is called setting your intention. And to set our intention means that we declare where we want to go with this. What's our goal? What are we going to do? And there's a very special way how we like setting our intention. So should we show them?
Yes, we shall.
Cool. It's called the crystalline command. So all you've got to do is take a deep breath in and relax and close your eyes. And now with your eyes closed, roll your eyeballs as if you're looking up through the top of your head and keep your eyes there. And then say, even if I don't know how to have a joyful time and create more joy in my body and my mind and my heart, all I do know is that it is so now, and I am fulfilled. I delete everything that could stop me, and I download everything I need to do so now with grace, ease, and joy. Thank you. So it is.
So it shall be.
Or something even better. One more breath in and out, and then you can open your eyes. Okie-doke, and let's get started. We like lighting a candle. So only do this if you're with an adult, right?
Or adult supervision.
That's right, because, you know, fire is an interesting thing. And we're lighting this candle as a sign for that light we hope to spread with this. And we also have a special guest here. Do you know who that is? Do you remember her name?
I don't remember her name.
It's the first female bodhisattva. So that's kind of a half god, half human. And it comes from Indian mythology and Indian tradition. And this is the green Tara. And you'll see the green Tara has her hands.
She does. She
like this. And then she has her foot kicked out like that. And you know what that stands for? The hand stands for compassion. And the foot stands for action. Because, you know, it's one thing having compassion, but it also takes action, right? We've got to do things.
It really does.
So, and then the next thing we have here are our oils. So one thing you can do is you can create a really nice atmosphere in your home by spraying these essential oil sprays. And there are many great ones out there, right? And these are essential oils, which are the tiniest bits of the plants and flowers. And it smells so good.
It's amazing. I love it.
This one smells of fresh air. Would you agree?
Yeah, I would. If I'm on a mountain and I'm climbing it up.
Right? That's another good thing that you can do, and Grace is doing that. You can imagine going somewhere in your head. And we call that visualizing. It's actually just imagining something, isn't it? And everybody can imagine.
Yes.
So let's imagine we're in this great space right now. We're surrounded by snow. So romantic. And the things we want to do today are very kinesthetic, wouldn't you agree?
Yes,
so
I would.
We have different channels of information, you know, ways that we can perceive and process information. So we have things we can see. That's our visual channel. Then we have things we can hear. That's our auditory channel. And then we have things we can touch. That's our kinesthetic channel. And then we talked about another sense, didn't we?
Smell.
The smell. That's the olfactory channel. And then we have taste, which is the gustatory channel. And then we have one more channel. That is called auditory digital.
Wow.
Sounds like a computer.
It does. Digital.
And that's the key, because it's the conversation inside of our head.
Wow.
So those are all the different ways that we can perceive information. So touching things is a way of learning.
Yeah.
So show us some of the fidgets that you have made at home with the resources that we have at home without going out and buying things, and show what you use for your fidgets.
So this is called a water bottle fidget. And
so I've just remembered, maybe some people don't know what a fidget is.
Yeah, maybe they don't.
So why don't you start out with explaining what a fidget is?
So a fidget is something, well, if you have bad anxiety, or if you just like touching things when you get nervous or something, things like that help you. So you can like just squeeze them, or you can stretch them.
It's a great way of de-stressing, isn't it?
Yes.
Because you're giving your fingers something to do.
Something to do.
So show us some of the fidgets that we have. Grace has a fidget box.
I do. I have this box.
And then you have a little one for the little fidgets.
Tiny box too. Yeah.
So in the big, can I open it?
Yes, you can.
Okay. So in the big box, we have these people might have seen before. They're called stress balls, aren't they?
Yes.
And we got this in a supermarket just lately, and we like them because they have different feels.
Mm-hmm. And so this one is the easiest one, so you can like squish it all the way.
Density, right? So
yes.
Some things are soft to squeeze.
And this one's like a little bit harder, but still very easy. And then this one, you kind of can't squish it. Well, you can. It's hard. It's harder.
And I like how when you unpack them, you showed me how they all have different faces. And you can take balls at home and paint faces on them, right? So I'd say this one is
really angry.
This one's really angry. It's like, right?
Yeah, and then when you get a little bit less angry, then you do this one.
Okay, so you kind of go from hard, getting rid of that worst thing.
Yeah, exactly. And then going down into the easier things.
A little easier, okay.
And then this one is to make you happy again.
That one happens to have a happy face. So also doing this blindfolded, I think, is fun.
Yes.
So what you could do is you could create a box like Grace has, and then you'd have all these different fidgets in them. I'm sure she'll show them to you.
Of course.
And then you could blindfold your friend or your mom or whoever, right? And then you could experiment what it feels like, not actually to know what you're seeing. Try that out. It's so fun. And then just notice. And then notice how gentle you can be. And how sometimes when we're really gentle, we kind of feel more. I can feel the dimensions of this box. I can feel that it's made out of paper. I can hear that too. Right? And now we're using different senses. And I'm noticing now that we're doing this, I can also hear the music in the background stronger. So it really turns on our channels of information.
It really does, yeah. So should I show a couple of my homemade fidgets?
Yes, I'd love to see.
Okay, so first I have these two. They're, would you like to hold one?
They're balloons, right?
They are. And they have texture because of this other fidget. But we don't have
we'll talk about that later.
Exactly.
So this one has an interesting texture, but it's actually just a balloon with a little bit of air in it, right?
It just has air in it, yeah. And you can squish it.
You make little bubbles.
It even makes a little sound.
Do you think I could bite it? It's ours. I'll wash it afterwards. You can make funny sounds.
You can. And then I have...
And I noticed this one has a little less air.
It does,
so it feels different than this one that I can make sort of big bubbles with.
Exactly, yeah.
I could also make a little dance. Right?
And then I have these. I have water.
A bit closer, maybe. So this one also has an interesting texture. It's got some little bubbles in it.
This one does at the top.
And this one is filled with water.
It is. And you can even see a little bit. I don't know if you guys can see that on camera now.
Well, no, but if I look against the light, I can see the water inside of it. I can also hear it. This reminds me
of the ocean, I think.
Yes, especially if I do this. It reminds me of walking on the beach and having my feet in the sand. It
really does. That is a perfect description. Okay, moving on to the next one. So the next one have some beads in them. You can hold that. So you can just take any beads. I took the ones that are a little clear. And I just put them in there, and it's hard. It is hard.
Okay, so you took the balloon. Do you have an empty balloon here somewhere?
I do not.
Okay, well, just imagine it. You take an empty balloon, and then you open up the top. You hold it out. It's actually easier if there are two people.
It is. It's very. I even asked you for a little bit of help.
So pulling it apart a bit, and then the other one puts the beads inside.
Exactly. That's exactly how I did it, and I have this mini one.
And you can hear it crunch, can you? So we call them the crunchy squishies, fidgets.
I call them the bead fidgets.
The bead fidgets. So we have. Let's just summarize. We have the air fidgets. We have the water fidgets, and then we have a bead. Oh, you've got a baby.
I have a baby.
Oh no!
I have a baby bead.
This one has a baby bead fidget. I like that. Okay, yeah. I like those.
And then this might seem a little crazy to you, but do you know those things that you can separate your fingers to paint your nails?
Yeah, in salons they have these.
Exactly. Little, So that's what I did. I got some, and then I broke them, and then it made this.
Okay, so inside of this balloon are little foam bits that Grace cut from this salon stuff that you get to separate your toenails. Your mom might have some at home. And then you again stuffed it in the balloon, made a nice little knot here.
With my best friend, I did that.
You did? It was Lara, wasn't it?
It was Lara, yeah.
And when you squish these, they're little, they give in a bit.
They do.
They're similar
to that one.
To that. Interesting. Okay, I like that. So what are these called then?
I call that the nail foam beads.
Nail foam beads or foam fidget.
Yeah.
How about foam fidget?
That's a good one.
Foam fidget.
Okay, and now we're moving on to the next box. I still have my other fidgets in there.
So Chris has got this separated boxy thing, and I think you like the box itself because the texture is actually, this thing itself is a fidget. So we'll show you that later. So in here you have what else?
So I also have this one, and it just has some cream in it.
So it's a plastic bag, which we try to be really, we're saving them because we want to be mindful in how much plastic we use. But it's a plastic bag, and inside you put some hand cream or something.
I did, yeah. Okay. I put some of my hand cream in there.
And then you can make these really pretty patterns.
You can, yeah.
You could also make a smiley face.
Okay. Okay, so then some kids might know this. I'm not sure. But they're called marble and mesh.
Marble and mesh.
But I made marble and saran wrap.
Can you show us some? Oh, look. So this is a little bit of sellotape and
a little bit of plastic.
Okay, so she goes through the trash and takes out bits of plastic, and then she cut a strip of plastic and then put a bead inside, right? And then taped it shut. And this is a fun little thing that you can push back and forth. You can have little challenges with yourself. How many thumb pushes does it take me? It's a really good thing to help focus.
It does. I agree. I really do.
And yours has more now. So that was the one bead.
I made that one first, and then I made this one.
Pretty. And this one is pink. That one's orange. I like it.
And then we have what I call sliders. So you might have heard this before, but you can. It's just a plastic bag. So look,
so these Ziploc bags.
One of these. And what you want to do is you want to cut. So you see here is the zip part where you can.
Show it closer.
Where you can zip it here, and then you want to cut just like that. So you just want to cut right under it. But you really want to make sure you don't cut the zipper part.
Because then it's broken.
Exactly. But then after you're done with that, it'll look like this, right? And then these edges will be glued together, as you can see. Here they're glued. You want to cut those edges a little bit, just as little as possible, and then boom.
You have a slidey fidgy. This reminds me of a road. It reminds me of train tracks.
And you can also do this. You can just take it together.
And then click it together again. You can do it halfway. It's kind of fun too. This reminds me of a wave. No, actually like a flower.
And then I have these mini ones. I have 4 because I had
you halved them, right?
Halved it.
So the half of 2 whole
So as you can see here,
4 halves.
Yeah, exactly. So as you can see here, so this is what happens after you cut it just normally off the bag.
Because it's still glued together. But that's kind of fun too.
Yeah, of course.
That's a V, like victory.
And we have this one too. This one is also like that.
You do victory pose? To victory pose, it really helps shift your state. If you're feeling kind of funky, do victory pose.
And then so it's
Fidgets.
kind of easier to do, but yeah.
Well, yeah, if you have just the short one, you could sort of be playing like that.
Exactly. And then, as you said about the box, the reason why I liked it so much is
because it collects the dust so well.
Because you can push these squares down. It's easier on the table. 1 second.
And you can use those silicone baking shapes too.
Yes, exactly. I even use that.
I know. Or ice cube trays.
Yeah.
The soft ones.
Any plastic things.
And it's useful to sort things. We like having things sorted, don't we?
We do.
Do you know why? Because it's easier to find stuff if it's categorized. So I think the last one we're missing is the bottle fidget that you started out with, and I rudely interrupted you. So we also try to buy as few plastic bottles as possible, but we found this one in the recycling, which is another idea, right? You don't need to buy your own. You could go into the recycling places and safely get out one, wash it well, and then you filled it with
water. And then obviously you can see it's blue. You can use
you added
paint.
Paint? What watercolor?
You can use anything. You can use any paint.
Ink?
Yes.
You could use your ink from your fountain pen. You could use a bit of watercolor.
And for this one, what one does is just like that.
So you don't fill it to the top. You leave a little bit of space.
And
because otherwise it will burst. If you really squish something and it has no way to go, right? It'll make it burst. So you leave a little space, and then you could add also, a bit of bath foam might be fun. Have you tried that?
That's why it's filming.
Oh, so you added paint and bath foam.
Exactly.
Aha, you were not going to tell us the secret ingredient.
So basically, here's another one. Just a normal water bottle. Sadly, I don't have the top, but that's fine. And what one does is one first fills it up, right, like quarter, half, like half.
What?
First, you want to do half.
Okay.
And then you want to squish it as hard as like this. So it looks like this now. And then if the water is up to here, that means you can put a little bit more.
I don't like that noise.
And then you can put soap, you can put body wash, you can put anything in there.
I said I don't like that noise. I just had an idea. Thank you so much for sharing that. If you have any questions, just tap them in the comments and we'll get back to you. And also share this video with anybody who might be interested in our fun stuff here. And I was saying I didn't like the noise. Do you also have noises you don't like?
I do. I don't like screeching noises, so I don't like when the car goes like exactly. I don't think the joke said either. I don't like the noise of when, how am I going to say this? When I hear something, like if I'm at the dentist for a second, when I had my surgery done, I did not like the noise because I heard it very well because it was right here. And I don't know what the noise is. It's like the
drilling or?
Yeah, a drill, I guess.
Okay, so I think we all have noises we don't like, and they then sometimes create sort of icky feelings inside of us, isn't it true?
Like the shivers.
That could be a reaction of the body then, right?
Exactly.
But it always creates some feeling inside of the body. So to end this all, let's share our favorite way of shifting the feeling of fear inside of us.
Tapping my points.
Yes. So let's put that bag away so we have no... Yes, there we go. Grace loves fidgeting, right? I love fidgeting. And let's give our hands something else to do. So let's imagine for a moment that we're somewhere and we're hearing a noise that we don't like, and maybe it creates a feeling of fear inside of us. Who knows? Or it creates a feeling of stress. Let's put it that way, right? Even if it's not fear, it might be something else that comes up. Then if you catch yourself in that moment and realize what's happening, then you have an option to, think about how am I going to respond to this?
Exactly.
So I could go into my fear or stress or whatever and stay in there for a while. Does that feel cool?
No.
Usually not. Or I could say, hey, ooh, I realize what's happening. Let's shift our state. And if you're feeling fear or something affecting you that makes you feel a little unsafe or something, then just tap here underneath your collarbones, right, on your chest. You can also tap like this if you prefer. And then you say to yourself, I love and accept myself.
And accept myself.
I love 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 and accept myself.
Even when I feel fear.
Even when I feel fear.
Or stress.
Or stress.
Or frustrated.
Or frustrated.
Or whatever.
Or whatever.
And I love and accept myself.
And I love and accept myself.
When I now choose.
When I now choose.
To be at peace.
To be at peace.
To feel good.
To feel good.
To feel joyful.
To feel joyful.
Because I can.
Because I can.
Because I can.
Because I can.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes.
And take another breath. And then tune in again and see what happened to that feeling.
Mm-hmm.
So do that noise again. What was it that I didn't like? It's better. I mean, I still wouldn't want it to go to sleep with. But it didn't make me jump like that anymore.
Yeah.
So I'm not going to try the drilling out on you now. But maybe, hey, but I'm going to do this. Okay? Just shut your eyes. So imagine being at the dentist and this drill is coming and he's saying,
Reminds me of a mosquito.
oh. But did you feel fear?
Yeah. No, not really, actually.
A little bit?
Just
okay, so now tap now. Okay, and close your eyes. And you too. If there's still something left, just close your eyes. And then take a breath and just imagine you could float and drift to that place high up above your timeline, above this world, up in a magical place. And then you're looking down onto that scene that used to cause you stress. So maybe it's being at the dentist, maybe it's, I don't know, doing something that you're not used to. And just notice how high here in this magical place, you still feel good. You can see what's happening. You know the good intention of what's happening. And you can just relax. And you can even start enjoying that gentle noise. And you can enjoy the smells around you. And you can choose to be at peace because you know that you have everything inside of you to make this an enjoyable experience. And then take another breath and come back in the here and now. How was that?
Good.
Yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, you're going to the dentist. You laughed. Okay, I think that's a good sign. So my loves, thank you so much for joining us in this first ever international joyful kids teaching session.
Yes.
Should we do it again?
Yeah.
Yeah? Okay, so let us know if you would like to see us again, because we love feedback, and let us know if there's anything we can do better. Let us know if there's anything you would like us to talk about, and join our Joyful Kids webinar. It's for free.
Yep.
We teach you in 1 hour the nuts and bolts of the program that we developed to help all children on this planet find their joy. And we'd love to have you as part of our team of Joyful Kids ambassadors. You can be 3 years, you can be 103, it doesn't really matter. The only thing that matters is that you would like to also help and support children on this planet. And if that's for you, then please watch the webinar and let's stay connected.
Yes.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Bye-bye.
Bye.